Yes guys, welcome back to another episode, and today we've got madnesses as always. As you see, we've got the ES1300 here behind me, the new legendary blue car. We've got the original OG 1500 there. That's going to be coming out with some madness soon as well. Like, when I say madness, I mean on a different level. It's going to be some crazy car. But what I wanted to talk to you guys about is, come over here, is these two things here. So obviously with the success of our ES1300 package and the insane results we've had on the street, the package has been pretty popular. So we've had this car that's been sent over all the way from Estonia. So we had that delivered safely last week. The engine's been taken out and it's getting prepped to be sent off. And that one there is Chris's car. He had our ES900. He had it all of about a week. and then he saw the 1300 and he's like, you know what? I need the 1300. So these engines now, they've been removed from the car. The gearboxes are going to be taken off. The engines are going to be crated up, and then they're going to be sent over to Turkey, where they're going to be assembled by Emre and his team. So for you guys who haven't followed us previously or seen other videos on how the engine build program works, how it works is obviously we take it and send it over to Turkey. Over there, Emre builds everything in-house. It's then tested on his own car, which is like his project Mule 992, which gets all of these motors tested and run in before they get sent out here. So not only does it eliminate the running in process for us, it also ensures that when we're ready to put the engine in the actual car, that we know that there's not going to be any issues, and it makes the whole process a whole lot easier for the customer. So what's interesting also is that Chris's car is actually a cab. So is this going to be the first 8-second convertible Porsche? We're just going to have to wait and see.
Yes, people, back here in the ESMOTOR building. Excuse me, looking a little bit rough, but that can only mean one thing. We're working and we're working hard, and we ain't got no time for anything else. I want the camera to pan over here with my man Shaz and take a look at this. Now the exclusivity here is, this is a near enough full complete tech art kit. It's missing a few minor details, spoiler roof and a few other pieces, but this is
I'm not gonna say, look, turn around. He literally took his top off just to show flex his muscles. Look at him.
No, he's lying.
I saw him.
No.
Top off.
See, no, but that's not an ESMOTOR top. You get me? So I had to get a logo and that in there. You get me? Yeah. I had to get the logo in there, bro. Listen, I can't hold my breath for this long. You know, this belly comes out, it's over.
Literally, I see him from far, bro. Why is that belly tucked in?
So we're here, we're inside. So we've got the full tech art bumper. The customer already owns, so if anybody, just a little background of this, if you watched our previous video on comparing real tech art to fake tech art, you'll know which car we're talking about. But anyhow, so the customer already actually owns the official carbon tech art piece that sits in the front insert of the bumper. Again, we've got the full carbon hood. A little bit of comparison, we've got the CT carbon one on Jamie's car in the background. It's a ever so slightly different weave on that one. And obviously the mesh grills are fitted in. The tech art actually has a full conversion unit for the horns to move forward and the radiators to move back to help with the aerodynamics and the waterfall basically from the rain and sort of if you're getting the car washed, etc. Again, then we've got a few, obviously, please bear in mind this is all primed, it needs to be painted. It's not going to look like this once we're finished. Obviously we've got the complete carbon wings. If you can look inside here, you've got the complete insert, this entire wing. I don't want to touch it because Danny set it up so beautifully, but this entire wing is carbon all the way through and through. Then you have these inserts, they sit inside with a carbon insert then that sits flush on top. And then coming around here, obviously we haven't unpacked everything, but just breaking it down. Obviously we've got the rear diffuser. This will obviously sit on the back with the fins, which we're going to do an exclusive paint color for our customer's car. But that 992 looked amazing when it came in anyway. But there was a few items on there, us guys being partners with Tech Art for so long now, and getting some really, I mean, we got Shepherd's car in the back there, which is our complete carbon, gloss carbon Tech Art kit that we did for him. And that's an eye catcher for everybody. Everybody wants to know how much that cost and where can we get some. So I think the few eyesores that we saw with the grey 992 or the greenish 992, they stood out to us. So we sort of reached out to the customer and said, look, we've got a partnership with Tech Art. Why don't you come and get involved? We'll be able to give you the best prices. Again, nobody in the UK is competing with our Tech Art prices. We just want to put that out there. I mean, we've had the head of their marketing team come down and visit us in person. And they're a beautiful team over there, and they look after us, and we try, and that gives us the opportunity to look after you guys. So working closely with them, we sourced basically the entire kit. The leeway time for some of these kits is quite long, but again, due to our partnership with Tech Art, we do get a little bit more priority, especially for some of the UK orders. So if anybody is looking for any Tech Art pieces to come in, or want anything for their car, we're the guys to let know. I mean, we did have another box there at the front. I got it shipped out to a customer this morning. Again, it doesn't matter if you don't want us to paint it and you don't want us to fit it, you just want the parts and you sort of want a bit more priority than you would if you were ordering it from them directly. Just give me a message or message the ESMOTOR page or send us an email and we'll get you hooked up. But again, this is looking quite basic at the moment, but once it's on the car, it will completely transform the vehicle. And this is what we do when we say we're taking your Porsches to the next level. We have the power input, now we have the wheels, especially with some of the stuff we're doing with our own design and HRE, and now obviously with the external modifications to help with the aerodynamics, we've got the Tech Art bits. And Tech Art's sort of rapport within the Porsche world is well known because everybody knows that all of their kits match a power package that they do as well, and that power package reflects sort of the R&D that's gone into the work. So all of this stuff that you're putting on is just not, oh, by the way, here's a kit, it'll look good on the car, put it on. It actually works well with the performance. And going on to one of our sort of signature packages, which is the ES900, it's gonna look phenomenal, and the power, the delivery, everything is just gonna be picture perfect. So if you want your car faster, hit us up. If you want your car to have some wheels that nobody's ever seen before, hit us up. And if you want your car to look like no other Porsche on the market, there's only one place for it, and that's ESMOTOR UK, baby.
Guys, so from one unique project to another. So this is the legendary, the Dark Destroyer, the ex-world champion Nigel Benn himself. That's his personal Porsche. So he's had it completely recommissioned, rebuilt, resprayed, interiors all been redone, engines been rebuilt as well. This car he's had for a long time, so it is actually a 959 replica. You couldn't get a 959 in a convertible, but Nigel had a convertible back then and he wanted it to look like a 959. So what do? You get a conversion one of one like this done. I gotta say, the car, it looks sick. The paint and everything in person is it's on another level. Now Nigel gave me a call and he goes, listen, I want to get some ES sauce on the car, but don't blow up my engine. So I don't know what we're going to do on it, but we're going to have to put our heads together and find out what we're going to do to give him a little bit of an extra touch, because then the car's going to get shipped back to him where he's going to enjoy it as a daily. I have had some ideas, but we'll have to sit down and speak to him this week and see where we go. If you guys have got any ideas of what you think we should do to the car, then drop it in the comments below. So the 992 has been a legendary car already in the making. From the factory it came out and it was insanely fast. The production numbers for this Porsche were the fastest ever for a Turbo S. And then we got one and we started developing it, and it's been an insane journey over the last few years. And obviously with the stock engines, the pinnacle has been the ES900, and that's been demonstrated amazingly by the man himself, Jamie at Fishley Gas, and his Porsche. Obviously he's had some insane numbers out of this car. It's done 9.2 quarter miles on the street and on the drag strip, and it's just been a great result for all of our endeavors and hard work. Now you guys at home, you obviously see our numbers when we post them up, and YouTube videos with big power and the sort of numbers that go behind them. You don't sometimes see the development and the hard work that goes behind that. There's a lot of experience that we've got from the 997 and the 991 into the 992. Moving on from that, obviously with the success of the 900, we needed to create a package that could deliver even more performance for those of you who wanted to just kill everything off. Hence the ES1300 was born. As you guys have seen from previous videos, obviously the performance from that, it's been insane. And now we just wanted to make it a penultimate sort of street car. So we've been working really, really hard on the launch control for that setup. And it's not been an easy process. Some of you guys might think, oh, the 992, it launches so sick anyway. And you know, it's just easy. You just put power in it and it's gonna do the business. And you know, it's easy as that. But unfortunately, it's not. We obviously changed the 1300 to GT turbos, so it's no longer on the VTG setup, but we're also using the stock ECU. The Cyvex OEX system just controls the fueling and the boost control, but it doesn't actually change the launch control protocols or anything, which is designed from Porsche for the VTG setup. Now you can imagine how many millions and millions of pounds Porsche have invested in the R&D to get that launch control like perfected. For us to then go into that, delve into it and try and change it and adapt it to our turbo kit with much larger turbos and the 4.1 engine has not been easy. However, we've done it. We've smashed it. We've actually run some killer times. The car does a 0 to 60 of 2.0 on the street unprepped, which is insane. Obviously, the numbers that we carried out are going to be shown in the Draggy very, very soon. It's consistent at that, and this was at map 4. So map 4 runs around about, what did we run on map 4? About 1200 wheel horsepower. Map 5 was like 1250, and then we can go to map 6, which is like 1300 wheel, which is the full kill power. We tried map 5 on the street, but it was spinning way too much. So that was kind of the limit of the tires for now on that setup. We are still going to develop some more strategies to see if we can obviously get it to hook better. But guys, the other thing is, listen, we're in the UK, it's in the middle of October. The weather's obviously not the best. Other people in America or other countries, they've got better roads out there. We've got to do what we've got to do. We're working with what we can for now. However, what we've done so far has been insane, and the future holds some very, very promising things. So we can't wait to get some better weather, better conditions, and just go deeper into the 8s on the street.
992's been on the road in a quarter mile.
Well,
I'm actually busy texting on his phone, so I don't think he's listening. He's not as excited as I am.
On the road?
Yeah, on the road.
On the road was 9.1, didn't it? The other car.
9.1?
Yeah.
Is that
Oh
it?
no, 9.0.
Oh, 9.0.
Yeah,
is that
AIM,
it?
a 9.0 ES 1000. On the street, unprepped here.
On the street, unprepped. Oh. Oh. Wait. Oh, come on, man. I was in the mood. Fucking phones, man. iPhone. Everyone go to Samsung's.
Not you driving.
Stay there. I don't know who was driving, but whoever got that number, 8.8 in an ES 1300, map 4. Still got 2 more maps to do, but let's see. But 8.88 is fucking amazing. Like that's epic. And the thing is, the guy told me that the car drove in a straight line, straight like a bullet. It's literally straight, like no fighting with the steering wheel. 8.8 straight off the shelf. Map 4.
Who was the guy?
Don't know, it's probably him. I think it was the mid driving. I think it was the mid.
That's it. Secret. This is a secret weapon.
That's the secret weapon, the mid.
But listen, what do you think? 991 or 99? So the best we've had out of the 991 today is an 8.72. 8.72, right?
8.72.
At 174 mile an hour, something like that.
I think this will go faster, but the track will be lower.
But we're pushing more power soon with the 991.
Yes, but it's the down low. It's
okay, what would you rather drive?
We know. I've always said to him, like, I'm 992, he's 991. 991 or 911? I always get confused, man. But 991, he loves that. Not just that car, but that package in overall. But me, I think the 992 is just...
We got to line up a Rebase versus a Mir on the strip, bro. That's it. 991.
I'm still the advocate for the ES1500 being the killer.
It is.
The ES1300 is sick, no doubt, but I think the 1500.
You know what the difference is. The difference is that I feel like every time I get in the 991, you have to be a driver to drive it. It's not like a kid can't jump in and drive that car.
That's true. That's a good
you
point.
cannot. A kid. What I mean by is that someone unexperienced. Say for example, you could be driving a car for like 10 years. You can't jump in an ES1500 and just go on map 5. Not even kill mode. Like let's say 1300 wheel horsepower. Put your full foot down. You're most likely going to end up crashing it, honestly. But however, 992 ES1300, you can literally go on full throttle, map 6, all out, and honestly, you could hold it with one hand and drive straight. That's the two difference. And Amir likes a bit of thrill. I'm getting a bit old, so I like to chill. Just easy driving, take it easy. Him, he's like, in the 991, you're like, and then you get to 4th gear, you're like, oh shit, what happened there? Full boost kicked in, so that's the only difference.
Listen, if you're driving 1600 horsepower, you need to feel the car, man.
That's the thing, in the 992, you don't feel it.
When
you don't feel it.
It feels like, it's fast, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't give you the thrill of the 991. With the 991, your life's on the line, man. Literally.
It literally is.
That's it. The showdown was done. OG battles or ES battles, who knows? But it's gonna be ES1300 992 versus 991 ES1500.
I'm driving the 991.
Oh, is it really?
No, not because it's faster. Listen, not because it's faster. I don't know who's gonna be driving the 992. It's just
it's gonna be me against you.
Oh, then I'm driving the 991.
No, you're gonna drive the 992.
Drive your car.
The 991.
Done.
That's it.
Done. Alright, deal. everyone's got that on camera, yeah?
Yeah, that's
Jamie,
it.
you need to hook that race up.
Drop it in the comments who you think is gonna win. Me in the 991 or Rebase in the 992. We're gonna make this happen soon.
Bearing in mind, 992's got a better 60-foot launch, yeah? And it hooks better, and it goes.
So guys, our aim with this car and this setup has been to create the ultimate street setup. A lot of people have been asking in the comments, why are you guys not running E85? Why are you only running an E40 mix? Because that's what we are doing, we're running an E40 mix. Stuff like, why don't you put drag slicks on it and, you know, go and push it at the drag strip? We can do all of that. However, the reason we're not at the moment is because we want to get this perfect for a end user perspective. So if you're driving the car and you want to like put any ethanol in, you got a quarter of a tank or you got half a tank, how are you going to measure how much fuel you're actually needing to put in? Are you going to be able to drain it out and then top it up with ethanol? This is why it's for the UK, for guys who do not get access to ethanol at the pumps, because we don't in the UK, this is why we've done this setup. For customers from Europe, like the Estonian car that we're going to be doing, they're able to run E85 on the pump, so they will be set up on E85. The other thing with the drag strip, we want to maximize what we can do on street tires and a street setup, because like I said, if you're going down to London to have dinner, you can go out, chill, enjoy. You want to go to an event the next day, you don't need to worry about changing your tires or your wheels, anything like that. Just turn up, race your car, run some mates, win the event and go home. So Yeah, that's the key. So guys, make sure that you keep watching by hitting that subscribe button, smash that like button, because as much as you watch, we need you to press the like button as well in order for our channel to grow, so we can bring you even more. The 991 is going to be coming out in the coming weeks as well. If the weather stays good, we'll be bringing you some even better numbers with that very soon, so stay tuned.